Looks like it's working, ladies and gents, boils and ghouls, ladies and germs. It appears that the stream is working. Thank goodness. Welcome to the first of hopefully many. We'll see how this one turns out. The first official hauntformer watch stream, live stream. So essentially, if you've never done one of these before, I know other YouTubers have done these before. Essentially, what this is the chance for all of us to watch a movie together. I figured now is the best time to do this, especially because of the disease that shall not be named. And, you know, I feel like having a lot of people come together to watch a cult classic film would be really cool. So here's how this is going to work. All right. First of all, if you're watching this late, aka not live, I'm going to put in the description or in the comments the timestamp as to when the movie will begin. I'm going to do a countdown backwards from 10. I'm going to start the movie, and you at home are going to start the movie too. I have a copy right here that I got from Movie Stop a long time ago. I still remember getting this thing, Killer Klowns from Outer Space from 1988. And you know what? If you don't have the movie, that's okay. It's on Netflix. I believe it's on Prime. And if you don't have either of those, there's a link in the description because it is free on YouTube. This was the perfect movie to start with because there are no excuses as to why you can't see the movie. Unlike with other films that I have in mind, might be a little more tricky to watch the movie together. But that's okay. So like I said, Netflix, Prime, if you have a DVD, and probably the easiest option is just go into the description down there. There should be a link to the feature film. And as Logan pointed out, it is also available on Tubi, which, if you are a horror fan, I recommend Tubi highly because it has so many horror films on it. Not maybe the best horror films, but I recommend it up there with Shudder in terms of horror films because, frankly, while I enjoy Netflix, it doesn't exactly have a ton of great horror options. I mean, right now it has The Wicker Man and Rosemary's Baby on it, so you got a couple. And, of course, the subject of today's stream, Killer Klowns from Outer Space. But in terms of... what was I even talking about? In terms of, like, really stellar horror films, a lot of the ones on Netflix are more of a direct-to-DVD type thing. Is there a way to watch the stream and Netflix at the same time on a phone? I do not know. I do not know. What I recommend is if you have a TV, put the movie on the TV, keep me on your phone, or like I'm doing, I have two monitors, so I'm able to do it. Or if you're on a computer, you can have two different tabs, open the movie, and you can listen to the stream in the background. And please make sure throughout the movie to comment. You can interact. You can ask me questions. I have seen this film several times, and I know a lot about Killer Klowns. I'm a huge fan of Killer Klowns. And there's a lot to say about this movie, too. And if you have a recommendation for other films that we can all watch together, I'd love to hear from you. So send me a comment below. You can leave one in the chat, or you can send me an email at hauntformer@gmail.com. We're going to jump into the movie shortly. Going to give a few more minutes for any stragglers to come in. Unfortunately, Ian, I cannot play the movie during the stream. Reason being is YouTube's copyright system would flag me. And there may be a way I can eventually put it in the corner for you to see. But as of now, I do not have an encoder to do so. So my best, again, recommendation is for you to watch this stream on your phone, mobile device, and watch the film Killer Klowns on your TV or however you usually watch Netflix, because I'm assuming that's how most people do. So, with all that being said, thank you to all of you who have joined. I know this is weird. This may not be the most successful stream because I've never done anything like this, but sometimes you have to take risks, do things for the fun of it, and I thank all of you for being here to make history. Insidious, Phil, that's a very good suggestion. And yeah, like I said, you can leave any other comments, basically, that you want. I'm trying to think of what else I should say before we jump into this movie. Just make sure to have the movie ready. If you want to have snacks, I suggest grabbing those. I'm thinking about doing an intermission partway through the film. It's not a long movie at all, so. But like, for example, me, I got good old popcorn for the king of popcorn flicks. Plus, like, how could you not have popcorn during the movie? So, Us is another good movie, Mark. Tons of good movies. And if you don't watch the movie during the stream, you can also just ask questions about it if you've seen it before or whatever the case may be. I'm trying to keep the stream more specific on the movie itself rather than a traditional stream. But when I get back to doing normal streaming and videos, you can comment whatever the heck you want. Before we jump into it, though, of recent news for people wondering, the horror film short film contest. I've had a lot of people asking me about the contest. The video should be done. I finished editing it. It's a long video, and I'm hoping to have it go on premiere on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't entirely know which day, but I will figure that out, and your movies will be seen on my channel. So be excited for that. Also, I hope the lighting and the sound works. I'm going to be wearing this headset to listen to the audio for the movie, but you might see me from time to time poke my ear out. I have big ears, so it's going to be rather noticeable. And that's simply because it allows me to hear my environment a bit better here. So, like I said, this is rudimentary. This is my first time doing this, so I appreciate everyone here along for the ride. And not too much else to say. I'm giving people a few more minutes. Before we jump into the movie, there are a few Killer Clown related things that I want to talk to you about. So one of the reasons Killer Clowns has kind of popped up in the public eye again is because of its debut at Halloween Horror Nights 2 years ago as a scare zone. And last year it got its own maze, which I really think helped out not only the movie, but I think the fans, people like me, people like you who love this movie, I think it helped them out a bit. So I got some cool Killer Clown merchandise. First thing I got is the Killer Clown popcorn. You see this? Sorry, the light is not that great on the stream. We have the Killer Clowns popcorn, which it's almost like a candy corn, because it's got like, well, not candy corn, but you know what I mean, candy flavored popcorn, which is pretty cool. I have yet to open it, and according to the expiration date, it is well past when I should have eaten it. So this is more of a, like, something I'm just gonna have in collection. Plus, I like the popcorn clowns on the bag. Second thing I got is this Killer Clowns cotton candy flavored chocolate bar with jelly beans in it. Now, you will have to be the judge of this, because I was just hanging on to this just to have it. But the expiration date was actually 2 days ago. And I would not mind eating this to celebrate the stream and to celebrate the movie with you guys. I will be keeping the wrapper regardless, because I like the artwork on it. But the fact that it's cotton candy flavored with jelly beans in it is really tempting. So we'll see if I eat that. Finally, and the weirdest of all, is I got Killer Clowns cotton candy, which is perhaps the most relevant to the movie itself if you've seen the movie before. If not, you're in for quite a surprise for tonight. I've never seen this happen before, and maybe you are more experienced with cotton candy than I am. Here's the top of it, which is a very nice artwork. But look at this. Have you ever seen this before? This thing was completely full of cotton candy, and now the cotton candy is completely dried out. It is hard as a rock, and it's shriveled up into that. I've never seen that happen before. Weirdest thing is the seal is still on. So it still should be relatively airtight in there. So I don't know. And the expiration date was only 2 months ago, where the popcorns has been for a long, long time. So I don't have an answer for this. I've never seen this before, but I like it. It's weird, just like the movie. Although I'm kind of sad because I wish I would have eaten the cotton candy. But perhaps what I'm going to have to do is fill this with some sort of like pink spider web stuff, so that way it will look like cotton candy. But obviously I will not be eating this. This, however, is on the table, so we shall see. So one more time, if you're just getting the stream now, we are doing a 10-second countdown so you can get the movie booted up and you can watch it along with everybody else. And that's just how it's going to be. That's just how it's going to be. And like I said, you can suggest other movies. And yeah, I really got nothing else. I got nothing else. I hope everyone's been doing well with the quarantine, and hopefully everyone's been good and healthy and you haven't been bored out of your mind. I've been able to work on videos for you guys while I've been in quarantine, so that's been very nice. I'm currently working on a brand new hauntformer. I have chosen a winner. And it was really hard too, because there were so many great endings. It was really tough. I'm not going to obviously say who won. So yeah. So again, thank you for everyone who's joining. We are going to begin the movie in just a second. Evil Pumpkin 2 says we should watch the movie Silver Bullet. I would love to watch Silver Bullet. Never seen it before. I also would like to watch some movies on the stream that I haven't seen before, so you can see my first-time reactions to these movies. But finding horror movies that I haven't seen is tricky because I've seen a lot of them, but there are plenty that I haven't seen. And thank you. Yeah, Krampus is very happy to be here. So, I have not seen Hush. We should watch Chucky. Yeah, any of the Child's Plays I'd be open to. The other thing I'd like to mention is Killer Klowns came out in 1988 and is rated PG-13. So for people who are maybe younger on the stream, this movie has minimal gory violence and some language. So if you're worried about that at all, then that's just something to keep in mind if you're going to be watching the film with us. So we're going to be starting the movie in just a second. It is currently 8:05, so I'm going to do the 10-second countdown. And at the same time, we are going to hit play and watch the movie. So here we go. I have to hold up 2 hands. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Killer Klowns. From Outer Space. Which, by the way, is just an amazing title for a movie. So if you're synced up right now should be the opening credits. Directed by the Kyoto brothers, whom actually didn't have any other movies that they directed before Killer Klowns. And since this is their only directorial film, Killer Klowns, well, the Kyoto brothers, I should say, I hope everyone got synced up okay. Yeah, the Killer Klowns theme is awesome. So the Kyoto brothers who directed the movie, they were into special effects. They did the special effects for a bunch of different movies. Ernest Scared Stupid, which the clown masks are actually used in that movie. We can talk about that later. They also did Elf with Will Ferrell. They did the stop motion for that. And more recently, they did some effects for The Mandalorian, which is pretty cool. And, of course, they did Killer Klowns from Outer Space. With amazing music by the Dickies and John Mazzari, who's a really cool guy. I've talked to him on Facebook on numerous occasions, and he's a really cool guy. So be sure to check out his music. He also did the score and theme and music for Retro Puppet Master, if you're into the Puppet Master movies. Yep, the Dickies are pretty cool. A few years ago, the Dickies, John Mazzari, the Kyoto Brothers, like everyone involved with this movie, did a big concert where they played along with the films. That's pretty neat. It's really cool too, just from a movie making perspective, that three brothers made the movie with one another. That's a nice thing. I think that's very cool. So Mooney was actually played by a veteran actor who was in a certain comedy years before. Does anyone know what movie he was known for at this time? I'll let you answer if you know the answer. Yep. Well, Retro Puppet Master. So if the movie's synced up for you correctly, it should say produced by the Kyoto Brothers, and they're at the Lookout place. You know, Make Out Reef. Woohoo! That's a SpongeBob reference if you're uneducated. I'd love to know if this ice cream truck still exists somewhere, because they had the replica at Halloween Horror Nights, but I'd love to actually see the real truck. Yeah, this movie's amazing. Icy Wicey bars, Fudgy Wudgy bars, the Lick-a-Stick. Yep. Jojo the ice cream clown. That's right. I am the great and powerful Jojo. By the way, the actor who played Mooney was from the movie Animal House. Is it Animal House? I'm pretty sure he was from Animal House, which is funny because that movie is directed by John Landis, who did An American Werewolf in London. So see, there's always little ties. By the way, that popsicle that the girl's holding is one of those red, white, and blue pops. Those things are legit. Killer Klowns is more of a comedy horror than thriller horror. Yeah, it's definitely more comedy. But they are creepy clowns. You're eating a creamsicle right now? That's very fitting for this film. The tagline is, "In space, no one can eat ice cream, but I can't eat popcorn." Which that tagline is a reference to Alien. It is very 80s. This is the most 80s movie that has ever 80s. Has anyone ever questioned why they have a blow-up raft in the back of the car? Like, I get why it's back there, but like, why a blow-up raft? Very smart. Go get yourself an ice cream sandwich. This guy, I love this guy. I'll be hornswoggled. Halley's Comet. Fun fact about Halley's Comet. I'm going on tangents here. Mark Twain, you know, the author, was born on a year with Halley's Comet, and the year he died, Halley's Comet passed over. Coincidence? I think not. Actually, it probably is a coincidence. Coke and a box of gummy bears. Sounds good to me. Is that the guy from Pet Sematary? That is a good guess, but no, it's not. Because the guy from Pet Sematary is the guy that played Herman Munster from the Munsters. And his name is Fred Gwynn. Also, I'll give you super mega clown bonus props if you can answer this question. Lead actor in this movie. What other horror film has he been in? I will be very happy if someone can guess it. No Googling it. No Googling it. That dog is really cute, by the way. Such a weird looking tent. That's right. New Year's Evil. New Year's Evil. If you want to see the best scene of New Year's Evil, well, no, I actually like New Year's Evil. But there's a scene where he puts pantyhose over his face for no reason. It's amazing. I'm going to be doing a review of New Year's Evil. Maybe we'll do a live stream of New Year's Evil. That movie is real weird. Is that a hound dog? A Dutch hound? Or right? I don't know. I'm not good at dog breeds. How does the star turn into a circus? Okay, that's actually creepy. So a little fun fact about the clowns themselves. The Kyoto brothers, when they like audition people to play the clowns, they had to like watch how they walked and their mannerisms. Because the clowns are almost completely non-talkative. Oh, they got the dog. Is the dog's name Pooh Bear? Am I getting that right? Or Boo Bear? Here comes. Here's one of the best scenes in the movie. Here. It's common. It's Pooh Bear. I'll tear this thing apart with my bare hands. This is how you do a cheesy movie. Look, his hands are steaming too. That's a good attention to detail. Look at how great the clowns look. They still look great to this day. I like how he's literally just spazzing out. This is an unpopular opinion, I'm sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. If you're watching this, maybe you have a different opinion. But in my opinion, Pennywise from It, Killer Klowns, way better. Yeah, the cotton candy bodies. I like how they were drinking a bottle of wine in the park. The Killer Clowns maze was quite nice. I think my favorite maze, though, was the Universal Monsters maze, but Killer Clowns was probably the most fun. That guy's hair looks like a clown. The guy all the way to the left with those swoops looks like Bozo. If you're lost or if you're joining the stream now, we are watching Killer Clowns from Outer Space, if you're wondering. And we are currently at 11 minutes, 15, 16, 17. You get the point. We're, which is available on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and in the description. Just go to the description. It's the easiest way. Something about the way old movies look because they were shot on film, it just looks so much nicer to me. I love this guy. Would anyone else do this? I feel like I would legit do this. Like, I'm very weird like that. I will say one thing I really like about, yeah, if you're a few seconds off, no big deal. Yeah, it does look like the Siren Head gate. You're right. Or the gate from Eyes Wide Shut, if you know Kubrick a little bit. One thing I like about this movie, yeah, many, many moons. One thing I like about this movie a lot is that all the characters seem like real people. Like no one seems like fake. Like it's over the top, I get it, but everyone seems like genuine, you know? And the actors and actresses. The Terenzi brothers are pretty great. Now, some of you might actually be more cultured than I am because I actually don't know the name of all the clowns. I only know a few of them, so I'm still learning. Like I know there's Fatso, Rudy, Spiky. Like even then, it's like there's so many different names, and a lot of them are very similar looking. So yeah, so you might have to help me figure out which clown is which when we get to the clowns. Also, does anyone know where they shot this movie? I'd just be curious to know where this tent actually was. Or if this was all on a soundstage or something. I really don't know. But I'm going to guess it was on location. You're right, they are making Killer Clown Funko Pops coming out the end of this month. Yeah, I have no idea where they shot this. The sets look so good too, like the colors and everything. They just look everything looks like fun. Is Clowns R Us a t-shirt? Because I feel like that should definitely be on a t-shirt. Yeah, visuals are pretty amazing. Yes, you're right, Madison. I do remember Shorty. Kanaboo! Kanaboo! We're not there yet, though. No spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. It's like this weird gags like that you have to appreciate. So this scene I've always really liked because it like alludes to the fact that like the clowns are otherworldly, but like I wonder if that was a matte painting. I'm assuming it was a matte painting then with a digitally added. That looks like one of those ball things that you put your hands on and the electricity touches them. It does look great though. Oop. Here comes the clowns. Are you ready for the sequel? I've always been ready for a sequel to this movie ever since I've seen it. But they've changed like the ideas on the sequel. It was originally going to be a 3D movie. Then it was going to be a TV show. Now I'm not so sure what they're doing with the movie, but I would love to see it get made because it really deserves it. But they need to avoid CGI at all costs because this movie works so well because there's no CGI or very minimal computer editing. So, Zombie John, correct. We are watching the movie together. If you do not have a copy of it yourself, it's on Netflix. It's on Prime, and it's in the description. So just click the link there, open it in a separate tab, and we're watching it together. We are currently at the 17-minute 5-second mark, if you're wondering. The cotton candy actually looks kind of tasty. Nobody stores cotton candy. Does anyone store cotton candy at all? That's pretty gross. Now, Die Hard fans, not the movie Die Hard, like Die Hard fans of Killer Klowns, is that Rudy? I'm guessing. How do I access the description in live chat mode? I don't know. You might have to go off of the live chat and just go into the description of the video, or you can just go into a separate tab and go to YouTube and look it up because it's just look up Killer Klowns and it should be the first thing that pops up. That popcorn looks good. Do the bodies make it tastier? I believe the cotton candy like preserves the bodies and they suck the blood out of them. I'm guessing that's what it's used for. You're right, John McClane. This music is so good. So, apparently, from behind the scenes stuff, the popcorn gun that Rudy just fired. That's so side tangent before I get back to that. That's like a perfect line. Why popcorn? Because they're clowns. That's why. It's just a great line. And that is Spiky. That is Spiky and Rudy. But anyways, the popcorn gun was one of the most difficult props they had to make for the film because it actually had to shoot popcorn. So it was actually functional. Also, this is one of my favorite gags in the entire movie is the dog. Because when you actually think of them making the movie, like they were just running with a dog and there was like no noise. It's just great. It's so goofy. Oh, they hit the clowns. Whenever it goes close up on the clowns, it looks so good. You figured it out? Yeah, if you're not exactly timed up with me on the stream, that's fine. But we are at the 20-minute and right around 10-second mark for Killer Klowns. Which again, if you're joining me, click the link in the description. He still has popcorn in his hair. Dang it. I wasn't gonna not eat it. This right here is one of the best parts of the soundtrack, the march. Such a good soundtrack. I also love that when the clowns turn around, you can just see the zipper on the costume. Yes, I know I have another stream running. I'm going to delete that one when this one's over. There was complications. YouTube stuff. You know, cocoons. How many times did you just say cocoon? Slim is a great clown, too. You're right. I like all of the clowns. How do you not like one of the clowns? I like the fat one. I feel like Rudy is one of the coolest ones because I'm pretty sure if you look on the DVD and on the posters, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Rudy right there. I'm guessing. Or unless you're talking about the other cover, then that's no clown. This gag is great. With it being two robots. They like the masks you can tell are like fake rubber, but they also are real. Like it feels real. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, I'm not making fun of the fat clown's great. He's just getting more blood in him. Cocoons. Killer Clowns. Roll credits. Clowns from outer space. I think Mooney would be a good name for like a cat or like a dog or like a pet, you know? Mooney. It is a classic. So by the way, because I just saw like an influx of people just join the stream, which is interesting, so I'm going to take note of that because it's 8:30. If you just joined, we're watching Killer Clowns from Outer Space. You can click the link in the description. It's also on Netflix. Anything else? And we are at the 23, almost 24-minute mark. I love when he says, "I know you, you little fart." Like, it's just great. You know, actually, that would be a good technique to sell ice cream is Killer Clowns. Exactly. Maybe they shouldn't have prefaced it with that there's killer clowns turning people into cotton candy. Maybe, like, just someone is dead. But you're not going to make a dummy out of me. Great line. And foreshadowing. Remember when such a thing existed? Hope everybody's having fun, by the way. Oh, another great scene. This soundtrack is great, too. This segment. The guys' reactions, too, are so funny. How over the top they are. You don't see the link in the description? Did I not put one? Well, if there's no link in the description, just go on YouTube and look up Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Would he actually be laughing if the puppet disappeared before him? I like how he's just stand. Okay, that is actually intimidating. It's so weird. All right, that's amazing, though. All right, so hang on. For everybody who's saying that the link is not in the description, I'm going to check my stream right now. Every like side actor in this is so funny. And then in the obvious ADR where he's like, "Oh no, no." He's just knocking over everything. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. There is no link in the description. My bad. I'm sorry. Let me fix that. But please continue on. I'm still watching. We are at the 27-minute mark, just about. For everyone not watching the movie with us, this is going to be a very weird stream because I'm being quieter than usual. Okay, so I'm updating the description right now. Another great gag. This movie is just gags. All right, the description is updated. First of all, A+ acting from the woman. Second of all, her reaction to pizza was like, oh, pizza. Like, either you'd be freaked out because of clowns, but who would turn down pizza? Especially from the clowns. I love the fat clowns. Oh, pizza. Like, they're giving you free pizza late. Well, not really, but. Oh, pizza. That could be a shirt, too. This whole movie is just one big shirt. Why do you take candy from a clown? I don't know, because they like candy. It's been a few years since I've seen this movie in its entirety, and it's kind of nice because I always enjoy watching Killer Clowns. It's like one of those movies that you don't mind putting on. It's like Gremlins or I don't know. There's very few movies that are like both really good and really entertaining and like just fun. Killer Clowns is one of them. Ooey jelly. Fun is a factor. Save all of your reference lines until we get to the scenes. Okay, this is one of my favorite scenes too. This whole movie is one of my favorites. You really see how good the masks are when you get up and close with like when the camera gets close up on them. I I like how you can also see the slits in the mask. It's great. Why are we talking about this movie? Because we're watching it. Make sure to join the watch party. We are currently at 30 minutes 20 seconds in the movie. Link in the description. Netflix, Amazon Prime. You know the drill. But if you're asking why are we watching the movie, it's because it's a great movie. Yeah, I could recommend Netflix Party. That's a smart idea. But this is my first time, so you gotta give me a little bit of a break. This movie is very much inspired by the 50s alien sci-fi movies. There's several great examples of them, but like movies where it's just like the plot is just to get aliens in the movie. It's great. Here we go. Here's the iconic scene. Perhaps the biggest fan favorite. Why can we not see the movie? Because I would be copyright stricken up the wazoo, unfortunately. So you'll have to watch it in a separate tab. One day maybe I can play the movie, but as of now, can't. I'm not gonna risk it. How about we do a very graphic horror movie next week? Well, I'm probably going to do these once a month, and maybe I just have to make sure I get I'll figure it out. That's so mean. I seem to have broken your bike. Would you really pick on the clown, though? Like, wouldn't you be more freaked out? I know. Don't try to give logic to this. It's so much better without. What to do? Knock my block off. It's so great. And the body just. It's a movie that doesn't take itself seriously at all, and it's great. You can't see the movie because that would be fun. It would. Well, it is fun to watch the movie, but it's right in the description. Just click the link. This one isn't even the challenging one. The challenging movies will be where it's not on YouTube for free, and you'll actually have to have a copy. This scene is like the only legit and more intense horror scene in the movie because this is actually kind of creepy. I mean, all the clowns are creepy. I'm just saying most of it's taken for goofs, but this is like the one scene that's kind of dark, you know. Yeah, this is the only part that's kind of creepy. Yeah, sorry. Wish I could play the movie in the background. Maybe eventually I'll figure out how to do it. It involves encoders and whatever it's called. Great shot. I believe the burger place is called Big Top Burger. Did she not even notice the clown? Ew, look at the teeth. It's gold. Child abduction. Dark is fun. This scene right now reminds me of It. Yeah, it's very similar to It, which the first adaptation of It wouldn't come until a few years after Killer Clowns. It's the DMCA. Yeah, it is. Big Top Burger. Do not go towards the large, scary clown, small child. That's right. Don't. Okay, this is actually pretty cool too. I like this. This is kind of a more horror scene, except for the fact that it's cotton candy in the car. Like, had it been like something else, but when it's cotton candy, then it brings you back into the clown world, and that's what makes it good. Also, why do cops have like the largest flashlights ever? Like, usually a flashlight's like that. They have flashlights that are like this long. Like, is it really necessary to have I mean, maybe if you hit somebody with it, maybe that's the point. I don't know. That's okay, Andrew. If you're joining late, go into the description, Netflix, Prime, wherever. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We are at the 35-minute mark. And his glasses are covered in cotton candy. That legit kind of looks tasty. I mean, besides the fact that like there was probably a dead body in there at one point, totally scrumptious. Oh, and they're broken too on top of it all. Considered sci-fi or horror? It's like a horror comedy, I guess. You're watching on Prime? Okay, cool. See, we're all watching somewhere else. I'm watching a DVD. Now I'm at 36:26 if you want to get really specific with timestamps for the movie. That's the stuff. They got him. He's dead. Oh, you can't beat these lines. I like how he's reading a magazine about guns and laughing. So if you can't hear what she's saying on the phone, she's saying there's a clown at my front door. Yeah, I guess the movie that this most resembles to me is Gremlins, as I've mentioned, but I'm sure there are other films that this takes heavy inspiration from. There's one called Invasion of the Saucer Men that apparently this is kind of ripping off of too, which I've seen some of. I haven't finished it yet. Oh, Kurt. The clown has the hat on. I have one of those hats with the spinny bit. I don't even think they make those anymore. Why are horror and comedy so closely related? I was actually going to do a whole video talking about this, but essentially, you know, like opposites on the color wheel, how they complement one another, like green and red, or I don't even know what the other ones are. Well, you know, opposites on the color wheel complement one another. So when you have two polar opposites, comedy and horror, one is to make you laugh, the other is to make you scared. So when you have those together, they're almost paralleled in a way. Like, for example, have you ever seen something so scary that you almost laugh at it? Like something like creepy and it makes you like giggle. But then in the same regard, some things are just so funny looking, like a clown or a monster that it act or no, I'm sorry. Some things are so funny looking like a clown or a doll that it actually makes you scared. Get it? It's like a, you know. Plus I think comedy adds levity to things, which makes the horror all the more intense. And they complement each other there. So I kind of was talking over this part, but the whole clown on the motorcycle, invisible motorcycle thing was like one of the harder stunts that they had to do for this movie because it took a lot of involvement with the actors and the camera work. So what this movie is basically is it's a bunch of clown gags with a linear story as the background to it, I guess. If that makes sense. So yeah. Literally the worst cop ever. We are at the invisible. Oh yeah, you're right. It's a motorcycle. My bad. What am I saying? Car. Ooh, look at that weird popcorn. Eats popcorn while watching popcorn crawl across the nasty bathroom floor. Me. He's just got a bag full of popcorn. I like how he's like, and that makes like bird chirping noises. Oh yeah, Big Top Burger. See, Debbie, watch out! Spoiler alert: the popcorn is like, I guess, what would you say it is? Like clown eggs? Like they hatch like little clowns. It's really weird. So earlier I mentioned, or I'd eat a Big Top Burger. I mentioned that the main lead actor in this is the same guy from New Year's Evil. This scene is very reminiscent of New Year's Evil, which was made 8 years before this movie. So I don't know if that was unintentional or if they had seen that scene. It involves the killer hiding in a garbage dump, basically just like this, and then someone looking in it. But obviously, instead of a killer, this is literal clowns. It would have been cool if, like, you saw a clown reach up and grab his neck, because he just kind of falls in. Okay, I'm sorry. This might be my favorite gag. I don't know. It's hard to say, but this scene is just so good. How he the shadow puppets is what I'm talking about. Did you get a popcorn bucket at home? I always have popcorn when I watch horror movies. Boo. Their reactions are so priceless. This is such a funny bit, which they actually did in Halloween Horror Nights. It was really good. It's microwavable popcorn. I do make popcorn though. Oh, this is my favorite. It's Washington crossing the Delaware, and the old man's like saluting the shadow puppet. That's one of my favorite little things that like people don't notice in the movie. Can you go out there and shoot him? uh, have you seen the one picture of the clown masks after rotted away? They get creepy over time. Yes, it's kind of sad what happens to it over time, but that's just how it goes. That is a great effect. The T-Rex just eating them. And then this is what's weird. So they turn into popcorn. So are the clowns? I don't know. I don't know if there's necessarily a logic to this, but if he turned those people into popcorn and put them in the bag of, I'm assuming they turned into popcorn. Um, when they go into the bag, do you think that the popcorn clown monsters are people, or like they are used to make people? I don't know. No idea. I don't think there's supposed to be a logic to that, honestly. What is your opinion? Halloween Horror Nights 2020 happening? Yes or no? I did a video on that if you want to check it out, but apparently, as of now, they're still on schedule, on track to do Halloween Horror Nights. Plus, all the mazes are currently in production right now, because they work on them months in advance. Could be like the chest bursters from Alien, and that's just a theory, a haunt theory. And back to movie. Moody. Do you, do you think this is all actually just a plot to get him fired? I'm just kidding. Okay, this is great too. The Terenzi brothers running after the ice cream truck. I would assume that there was actually a guy in the truck, like steering the wheel properly, or they just blacked out the windows. Because like, what would happen if you actually just let an ice cream truck go down the street? Would you actually get girls by driving an ice cream truck, though? I don't think so. I don't know. Ladies, would you be attracted to a man driving an ice cream truck? I don't know. Heck, ice cream chicks. I was gonna say the same thing, Matt. Two beautiful roommates with big boobs. What are we waiting for? Such idiots. It's for being like a dumb movie. It's a well written movie. Like just because a movie is dumb doesn't mean it's bad. Does that make sense? And this movie really isn't dumb. It's just silly on purpose, so I can't even fault it. Like another great example is The Stuff, which has silly moments on purpose, but also it's like a good movie. Okay, the clown just wiggling into his. Well, son, I think you made a big mistake. You're in Mooney's territory now. I think they just looked up everything that clowns do and just. Yeah, I think they just looked up every gag that clowns do and put it in this movie. Like the only thing, well, actually, they did it too. I was gonna say the little clown car, but they did the little clown car. That's actually creepy, though. The fans are huge. And you ain't got no rights. I love that line. My gosh. Okay, so everyone's still watching along. Do I eat this or do I save this? Just so you know, it expired 2 days ago, May 15th, 2020. And it's a cotton candy flavored bar with jelly beans in it. If a tall, silent, and strange clown, yeah, I would kind of be freaked out. Eat, save, eat, save. I'm getting a lot of. Well, I would still save the wrapper, so the art would still be intact. I'd just eat the bar because I would save it, but I feel like one time it's just gonna melt and then it's gonna be ruined. I mean, I guess for now I could save it. People are actually selling this on eBay. I'm not even kidding. Which in hindsight, I should have got the shorty figure because it's going for a lot of money on eBay and because it's cool. I'm sorry, but the clown locked in with those inmates is kind of funny. Ow. That hurts. Did you just? I'd never noticed that before. Like the thing swings out where what that the thing that her towel is on. What are you in for? I watched the Dead Meat review, and he said this kill doesn't even look like he was killed. Yeah, you're right. I mean, banging his head against that wouldn't really. What he should have done is had his head like, squished against the bars, and he like pulls it, and he's like something. I don't know, or like him choking. That would have been good too. Like it's just him banging against it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you. If you're talking about the Krampus mask, I actually have a killer clown mask over there, the fat one from Trick or Treat Studios, which, by the way, they make some cool killer clown stuff. I really want the cocoon. I mean, that is pretty nice. Does your DVD have the slip cover? No, my copy is just this. I got it from Movie Stop for $6 back in the day. It's just a standard definition, so I kind of want the Blu-ray, which I'm pretty sure they have now, but it definitely looks cool. Also, does anyone else miss Movie Stop? Because I really miss Movie Stop. And if you're just joining me now, because I haven't mentioned this in a while, we are watching Killer Klowns from Outer Space. We are at the almost 53-minute mark right now. You can go in the description, Netflix, blah, 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 blah. Also, I never realized, why did I never pick up on this? There's shoe prints all over the jail. So, like, was he walking around on the walls and stuff? I never noticed that, because, like, why would they be there? I have no answer. Watch Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Why would I watch Beverly Hills Chihuahua? Spider Clown. That would be kind of cool. That's like Gremlins 2, the new batch with the Spider Gremlin. Walking on the walls is a standard. Oh, okay, so the two guys are in those cocoons. Ow. I wonder if it hurts. I wonder if being turned into cotton candy hurts, or if it's more of like a pleasant, like, yay, candy! I'm going to guess the former, but I don't know. That's creepy. This is a great gag, too. The puppet thing. And from what I know, this is the only time where the clowns actually kind of communicate to the humans. This is also one of the scenes I would say is more horror-based. It's creepy. Yep, he made me a dummy. Ew, that's so gross. Was he holding onto his spine? Yeah, you know, I don't even want to know. There are some things in life just no one needs to know. That might be my favorite clown. I don't know. There's too many good ones. Right in the nose. Come on, buddy. That is cool. This was also very weird when I first saw this movie. Is just spinning crystal thing. And then he just explodes. When he goes really fast and turns green, it kind of looks like a ring pop. I don't know if that was intentional. Did ring pops exist back in 1988? Probably. When did ring pops get made?
What is your grandfather's name?
What? 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 I just asked Siri when ring pops were made, and she asked, what's my grandfather's name? In what year were ring pops invented?
Here's what I found.
You Googled it, 1979. Okay, so I guess they were around. Why did she ask me what my grandfather's name is? Okay. I like whenever they show like old lighting in movies, it's very nice because of the way the film, reflects the lighting. I just really like how it looks. That ice cream looks good. Clown invasion. So I'm wondering, just because of the way he said that line, is if he actually was Porky Pig, like a voice actor, because he kind of sounds like he could be. Can anyone Google that? Okay, so I'm not going to go back to mess up the timeline, but the clowns walking in the street, like those are like that one pushing the thing. I've never really gotten a good look at him. He looks kind of weird. Yeah, and that one too. Like I feel like no one comments on these clowns because they're barely in the movie. I mean, that one's got a cool looking hat. The clown's got style. What can I say? Hey Mac. Hey, does Mac's vid buffer and then stop being live for anyone else or just me? I hope not. If you're wondering where I am, I'm right now in the scene with Debbie in the bathroom, currently at the 58-minute mark. So if you're off by a little bit, that's where I currently am. You don't have to be exactly synced up with me because we're all talking about the same movie. I'm just, if you're really wanting to be specific, I'm right now at the clown. I don't even know what those are called, but they're creepy. They're a little cute, honestly. They're cute in like a creepy way. Like fugglers. I want one of those. I feel like that'd be an easy Halloween prop to make. I've seen them before. Usually, like there's one of them where it's like in a popcorn bowl, like legit, like coming out of the bowl. You should go on Zoom so we can talk to you. Not a bad idea, except I don't know how to make that work with. I need to look up how to live stream properly, so I'm sorry. I'm not like a streamer. Like I don't really know the goings on of how to, because like game streamers, they show the game, they can have people on. So yeah. Oh, that's cool. He like mimicked his voice. Another great gag. This is also a weird one where they turn her into a bubble. Now, I do have a question, which again, I'm not trying to say like this movie has to be logical and stuff, but like the clowns this whole time have just been turning people into cotton candy. So why did they turn Debbie into a ball? Like, was there a reason for that? I mean, I get the ultimate reason is they didn't want to kill off Debbie in the movie, but for the clown's sake, you know what I mean? Like, wouldn't they have just turned her into cotton candy too? Or maybe there is no answer. You know what I mean? Is that a little Michael Myers prop in your window right there? Yeah, that's Mikey Mike. Good old Mikey Mike. I got Michael Myers. I got Krampus. I got a Gremlin. I got the hookup. So again, if you're wondering where I am in the movie, I'm at the 1 hour, 1 minute mark and like 10 seconds in Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Link in the description. Netflix, Amazon Prime, etc. Soundtrack's so good. It's going pretty fast for an ice cream truck. I've never seen an ice cream truck drive that fast. It looks like the footage was almost sped up. Maybe because I couldn't go that fast. It's the cops. Stop the truck. JoJo's Ice Cream, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Cop car can't catch an ice cream truck, yeah. They turn girls into balloons. Maybe. Yeah, did we see it? Well, they know they turned that other lady into a cotton candy. I don't know. This is your favorite movie. Wow, that's nice, Andrew. Not a bad favorite movie. I believe that is also a matte painting. Because that looks really cool. The Crazy House is neat too. I wonder if that was made for the movie, if that was like an actual like local carnival that they just used. Because it looks like something that would be at a carnival. Maybe that's just how smart they are. I just realized that the brothers both have 2 buttons each in different colors in 2 different positions that kind of match. That is interesting. You're in an ice cream truck right now at this time? That's a little sketch. That might be the Killer Klowns. Oh, one of my other favorite scenes, besides the little car. What are you going to do with those pies, boys? His face, I was just like... Car gag. And they just have all pies. What are you going to do with those pies, boys? I love it. That's probably one of my other favorite gags from the movie. But that would hurt if they were legit acid pies. That would be spicy. And what I like is like the little attention to detail where like every clown, when you see them going in, they all have a unique walk. Like the fat one skips, the one guy, oh, he just tripped. I never noticed that. He like tripped when he was going in. And then Shorty puts the cherry on top. Piece of resistance. So see, I wonder if this was a local carnival they filmed at, or if they hired the fair so they could shoot it. I don't know. Yeah, I will have to figure out how to have other people on the stream, like JPJ mentioned with, I don't know if it's Zoom, but some sort of software. But at this moment, I cannot. Oh yeah, the skeleton arm. Oh yeah, I was seeing what you mentioned about the buttons on their shirts. No fooling around, said the Terenzi brothers. My favorite is the gag door after door after door. It's like Scooby-Doo. This is cool because a lot of these set like pieces were actually kind of used in Halloween Horror Nights for the maze, so I think that's cool. I always thought the skeleton arm was off. It was probably just like a Halloween decoration. Honestly. Ooh, scary. Is there anyone's local carnival that's actually this good? Because the one that we get in our town is like not this good. They had a haunted house that I went to one year, and it was like kind of cool in like a cheesy way, but it wasn't really like that haunted house mostly just relies on anticipation. Like oh, is someone gonna jump out? Nah, no one jumps out. That mean they have to pay them. Maybe they're just cruising through the galaxy and stopped here for a bite to eat. I think that's legit the reason that they showed up. They're probably on intergalactic alien clown travel business. They gotta stop by to get a bite to eat, make a few hundred humans in the cotton candy cocoons, and be on your way. The cotton candy preserves them, and you drink their blood. That legit seems like what's actually happening. I even have a haunted house? That's weird. Ours has a haunted house, like a walkthrough one, and then a dark ride that like moves around. Some kid made a dark ride in his basement. That was really cool. But those dark rides are like the original haunted houses. Oh, is he gonna press the button? They're actually pretty well dressed for ice cream guys. They fall into a ball pit. Oh yeah, they fall into a ball pit all the time. And here we have our female clowns. Unless they're are they Debbie's roommates? I never noticed that her clown boobs were inflating. I love that scene. Hey, notice that when they were coming in, he said, "Watch out for booby traps," and then they fall down to those clowns. That's actually pretty clever. See, like they cared. Like to me, I just want a movie that cares about itself. Like the people involved cared about this movie. You could just tell. Like there was a lot of passion put into it. I feel like a lot of movies now, like they're just kind of like made to make money, and to me, it's just not nearly as appealing. Like look at this. Like the all the cotton candy cocoons, the matte painting, the popcorn. It's very cool stuff that you don't see a lot anymore. Did you try the blood jelly filled cotton candy cocoon donut? No, I didn't. I wanted it so bad, but I didn't see it. See, they need to bring back Killer Clowns because the food is just so good. Those legit make me want to have cotton candy, but my cotton candy thing dried up. Oh, here's the fat one. No offense, Mr. Fat Clown. Am I the only one just realizing that it's booby trap? Yes. No, you're not the only one. That's what I meant. I'm watching Killer Clowns as we speak. Yes, yes. Hence the live watch. And if you're wondering what time I'm currently at, I am at the 1 hour, 10-minute mark in 25 seconds. Like I said, this isn't a terribly long film. Oh yeah, with the straw. I like how he knocks on it too. I don't even notice all these gags every time I watch it. Like I'm trying to be more attentive because I'm live right now, so I can at least have something to talk about. But it's like you really don't notice. There's like a lot of little things. Is that straw real? Because I want one. Man, Fat Clown gotta make me thirsty for blood. Not that I would drink blood, but it's so weird. It is quite gross, though. Him sucking on the straw was actually some good animation, too. And then he burps. No, I don't know if you noticed, but the straw was kind of like stuck in the cotton candy cocoon for a second. I could tell like the actor was like, I'm just gonna burp and hope that it comes off. I'd like to see the bloopers from this movie, like of the clown people, like because I'm sure with the big shoes and stuff, you had to have fallen over. It'd be hilarious. He's just punching the balloon. Nice. There are bloopers on YouTube? Are you serious? That's cool. Are they funny? Like, am I right? Were they like legit funny? Oh yeah, that's true. There are probably other people alive in the balloons. I didn't watch this, looked them up. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa! Clown just explode. And he explodes in the glitter and popcorn, it looks like. Or at least glitter. Spike and Bibbo. And Slim. I like cheese. I do too, Cody. I like cheese. I assume you're meaning the cheesiness of the movie, but I also like cheese. Hence the mac and cheese name. Yeah, but cheese in a movie isn't bad, especially if it knows it. Some movies need more cheese. Like some of Blumhouse's movies could use this level of self-awareness. I never noticed that big mouth. That's creepy. That's cool. Such a weird... Just a big eel. I'm sure these people like hit their heads on these moving doors. Cause like, yeah. No, yeah, the movie's great. What if there's an animatronic of the killer clowns from outer space? It was like Mr. Happy mechanism, but the cage was holding a balloon with a girl in it. You know, that's a great idea, actually. That's probably one of the better prop ideas that I've heard. So good job. I've honestly always wanted to see a killer clown prop, and I feel like now more than ever would be the perfect time. Which, speaking of which, I'm actually working on a little video regarding characters that could be made in the props. So expect that soon. So I hope killer clown props would be dope. They would. This scene kind of reminds me of Willy Wonka when he opens the door and it's a little door. Another door. How many doors was that? Were there two doors on the end? Because that one door swung outwards and now it's swinging inwards. Another door. It's probably just another door. I would pay $1,000 for a shorty suit. You don't even have to because Trick or Treat Studios has it for really cheap. Okay, I didn't notice the Mohawk clown. That's cool. Here's where all the clowns come out. That one's cool too with the blue hair. Like you don't even notice all this stuff until you watch the movie again. And then one of them has a hockey stick. So many clowns. You know how fun it would have been to be one of these guys, like an actor, to be like, hey, guess what? I was a killer clown. That's pretty nice. That is sweet. I am the great and powerful JoJo. They're so. So do the clowns speak English? I know. I'm just teasing the movie. I love this movie. It's just the more you think about how goofy it is, the better it is. So the one thing I was never the biggest fan of, but it's certainly a great scene. I'm just saying in terms of my enjoyment of the movie, I wish it would have had something more to do with all the clowns themselves, because they're the main stars of the movie, and at the end you bring in Clownzilla. But Clownzilla is great. And yes, for whoever was mentioning it, Clownzilla um, is just, I believe, one of the Kyoto brothers actually in a suit. And they used, I think, forced perspective to make it look like he's a lot bigger than he is. So that is just a smaller set farther away to make it appear that the clown is huge. But in actuality, he's just the same size as all the other clowns. We can't, it's rented. No. Not the JoJo truck. So I'm guessing that's a miniature truck they made to have him smash. That's cool. That must have been fun. This whole movie must have been fun to shoot. Ooh. So if you've seen this movie, how did so this is kind of a spoiler, but how did they survive that? Like, did they jump out quickly? Oh, they hid in the ice cream coolers or whatever, right? Something like that. Was it Steven Kyoto played Clownzilla? Nice. Wow, you know your stuff. You guys all seem to know your clowns. That's pretty nice. Clownzilla. Oh, they're leaving. So I'm pretty sure that might just be Steven Kyoto standing like on a ladder to make it look like he's really tall. And then that's just a huge hand, which kind of is what they did in the original King Kong, if you've ever seen it, where Kong's hand is around the woman. It's just a big hand with the actress. So yeah. Do you know your Killer Clowns video? I could. This basically is. This is the Killer Clown stream. You can't get any more clowny than this. There it goes. It kind of looks like the spaceship from Men in Black 2. That the alien chick, whatever she is, lands. That's really cool. All the cops are like, what? Huh? Come on, you can do it. That's cool. So his badge popped the... Dang. Yay, fireworks! Yeah, it does look like a big spinning top. You're right, you're right. Big boom! Yay, they lived. Good. Well, Dave lived, but then in a second you're going to see the other guys. How are they going to pay for the truck? You'd be a dead French fry and you'd be a dead popsicle. Do you think it's over? And there we go. So I'm assuming those aren't acid pies because they're not screaming in pain. I've always wanted to see what happened after that. And thus we conclude Killer Klowns from Outer Space. What can I say about this movie that hasn't been said before? I love Killer Klowns from Outer Space. One of the best, funniest, creepiest popcorn films of all time. A real genuine 80s flick and a movie that really shows that people cared about making it. Yeah, wasn't that a lot of fun? I hope you guys had fun watching the movie and watching us talk about it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you've never seen, did anyone watch the movie for the first time tonight, or has everyone seen it before? Yes, I'm curious. So if this was your first time seeing the movie, how did you like it? If you just have seen it for the first time. And I'm happy to have been here for you. Do I theme my haunt after this movie? Sure. I don't know if I will because I don't think I do it justice, but. And also, I did a mask review for Killer Klowns, and so I did a mask review, and I did the movie review back in October for Halloween. So if you haven't seen that review, I recommend you go check out my movie review of this. So pay respects to all these awesome people. I'm just letting the credits roll. I want to thank everybody for joining me on this stream. This has been fun, you guys. I certainly digged this, and I'm not completely like all knowing about the features of YouTube streaming, and I need to figure that out better. So maybe I can perhaps show the movie in like a little corner, or have you guys join in and talk with me. So yeah, work and progress to be done. But for a first attempt, I would say this was a success. So what movies do you think I should do next time for our watch? And I'd have to let you know in advance, obviously, because not all movies are available on YouTube. So, yeah. I'm happy to have you guys on. Where, if you ever wondered why the population's going down. Oh, one more fun fact I completely forgot. The Dickies, when they recorded this song, they actually hadn't seen the movie beforehand. They had no idea what the movie was about they were recording the song for. So kind of a funny thing. Well, there we have it, guys and gals. Killer Klowns from Outer Space. We just watched the whole movie. And now it sounds weird because my whole time I've been muffled. Oh, wow. So thank you all for watching. It means a lot that everyone joined. And, yeah, I hope you liked watching Killer Klowns from Outer Space with me. Definitely one of my favorite B movies of all time. Perhaps I'll do another B movie next time, or maybe I'll mix it up and do a legit scary movie. One movie that I was debating watching on the live stream is Puppet Master, because it's it's similar to this, where it's not super scary. I believe it might be rated R, though. I'm not 100% sure. But it's not a very intense movie, but it is an interesting film that I think we could have some interesting talks about in the chat. And above all, I want a movie that can generate conversation and something that I can talk to. And I'd also like to watch movies that I haven't seen before. So any suggestions for that would be quite stellar. Scary movie would also be a very funny one to do, Cameron. And one of the movies that I'd like to do a live stream of, perhaps in October, because it's so fitting, is the original 1978 Halloween in preparation for Halloween Kills. Because I feel like that movie is something that we all have seen before and we can all discuss. And on top of that, there's a lot that can be said about it too. So definitely interesting. I know what you did last summer is a good pick. Bloody Birthday, Ginger Dead Man. lots of movies to choose from. So thank you guys for being very interactive with the content. I'm currently working on a brand new Haunt Informer, which you can expect sometime this week, as well as the horror film contest video. So stay tuned for those. And other than that, I have a Zagoni mask unboxing video. They partnered with me, so I'm very excited to get that out for you. And we are getting, it's just crazy how fast May is going. It's insane. May is almost over. We have 2 weeks until May is over. And wow. It's crazy, yeah. 2 weeks until May is over. And think we're already going to be in June. And a lot of stores already start stocking up on Halloween decorations. And then by the time July hits, we're in the season again, in my opinion. So the year certainly has gone by fast, but I appreciate you guys being along for the ride. And I'm happy I finally got to do this because I've been thinking about doing a live stream of watching a movie, and we did it. So to that, I applaud each and every one of you. That does it for me. Hope you all enjoyed Killer Klowns from Outer Space. I loved watching it again. I'll probably watch it a million times after this, but it's just a really fun movie to watch with you all. If you have any other suggestions, like I said, email me, leave a comment down there, and let me know down there too, what do you think about the Killer Klowns, and who is your favorite of the Killer Klowns from Outer Space? Thank you all for watching. And remember, side tangent before I say the last thing, Zombie John, they already did make a coronavirus horror film. It's called Corona Zombies. I'm not making that up. It's legit. All right. I am not deleting this. So you can go back and rewatch the movie with me, and I would love to see that. And if you do rewatch it again, leave a comment because I read every comment, and I want to hear from you. So yeah. And if you missed it, even better reason to go back and you can watch the stream over with me. Thank you for watching. Remember, as always, for all things Halloween, this is Hauntformer. Wow.